Okay guys, in today's lesson, what we're actually going to be talking about are linear equations, so lines. Okay, so we're going to be talking about lines. So we're going to be basically plotting lines, okay? Lines are exactly what you think they are. They are straight lines, okay? They do not curve at all, okay? So none of these curvatures, right? So it's straight lines, okay? That's what we're going to be plotting. Now, these lines have special equations, okay? And the equations come in the form y equals mx plus b, okay? So a line comes in the form y equals mx plus b. Now, what the heck does that even mean? Okay, well, x and y represent two variables, okay? X here is the independent variable. This is the variable that you have the most control over, or this variable has more control over the other variable. So if we call x the independent variable, that makes y the dependent variable. Okay, so x is the independent, y is the dependent variable. These two are variables because they don't have specified values, okay? But m and b do have specified values, and we call them by special names, okay? So m is called the slope. The slope is basically how much this red line slants, okay? So if m is really close to 0, this red line doesn't slant as much. It's not as steep. But if m is really positive or really negative, the line will slant a lot. It will be very steep, okay? Now, b is the y-intercept. Now, what does that even mean? So the y-intercept is where the red line hits the y-axis. So that is the y-intercept, okay? And we call it b. So let me write this down. I'll type it out. Okay, make sure you're taking notes. So m is the slope. This tells you how much a line will slant. If m is close to 0, line is not very steep. I don't think I need parentheses there. Line is not very steep, okay? However, if m is very positive or very negative and not close to 0, the line is very steep, okay? And b represents the y-intercept. This tells you where the line hits the y-axis. There you go. Okay? Now, one thing I want to draw your attention to is what does it mean when you have a very positive or a very negative slope? Okay? So there are two conditions, two cases. Let's say I have a very positive slope. What that'll mean is my line will rise to the right. Okay? So as you go more this way, y gets bigger. Okay? This means m is positive. The slope is positive. Okay? And not close to 0. So m negative means the line falls to the right. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. So a line falls to the right. So this means m is negative. Okay, so let's do some examples, okay, where we start to describe if the line falls or if the line rises. Let's describe what the y-intercept would be, where it would cross the y-axis. So let's do some examples here. So let's see, example 1, okay, I give you an equation, y equals 2x plus 3, okay? So here, the slope is a value of 2, and the y-intercept is a value of 3. Oops. So what this means is, and I'm gonna type this in orange. So the line will rise to the right. It will go through the y-axis at y equals 3. At 3. It will hit the y-axis at 3. Okay? So, you might be drawing a plot that looks something like this. And by the way, we'll be way more exact, but for now this will do. So the line might go boom, okay, like that. So it'll be up and to the right, and it'll go through a y-intercept of 3, okay, and the line rises to the right. Okay, now in the next video, we're actually going to go in depth on how to accurately plot the line. Notice this isn't an accurate drawing, okay? We've got one point. This is called the y-intercept, okay? This is the most important point, the most important. This is the most important point. This is the first point that you start at when you're plotting lines. You start at the y-intercept. Now the question is, if you're drawing a line, you need more points. How do you get those points? Okay, that's what we'll be talking about in the next video. All right, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hope this helped, and follow me on Instagram at Marty Nicola, Nicola, and another A. Okay, it's also in the link. It's also in the description of this video. Peace out, guys. Bye.